Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's a privilege to introduce our next keynote speakers, someone whose influence and forward-thinking vision have left an indelible mark on the events industry. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to announce Colja Dams, CEO of Fog Dams. Welcome, Colja. And in a time when the demands on marketeers are rapidly evolving, Colja will share his insights on the key trends and emerging tools that are transforming the landscape of events. Today is also a special day because Colja will be the first to enter the BEA Award Hall of Fame, an award that he will receive tonight on the BEA World stage. Please join me in welcoming Colja Dams to the stage. Colja, it's an honor to have you here today. And as you come up, I will ask the technician to send the video that we have. Please, come on stage.
Creating powerful and thought-provoking imagery has always been the passion of our agency founder, Fog Dams. 50 years onwards, and the same passion drives us daily. Bringing thoughts to life and connecting the smiles of brands and people. Utilizing multi-channel disciplines, we turn ordinary campaigns into three-dimensional live experiences. Experiences which influence and shape traditional communication in return. That's what we call live campaigns. Creating better results is our philosophy, a result-driven process instilled in all our actions. At Fog Dams, we believe in the power of Kommunikation direct, as intimate and personal connections will shape the future of communication. There's no substitute for personal experience, and that's true today as much as it was 50 years ago. Fog Dams, creating better results.
Welcome, Colja. The stage is yours.
Salvatore, thank you. Thank you very much, Salvatore. Thank you very much for having me. Thank you very much, each and every one of you, for getting up in the middle of the night to be here this morning. And as promised, I'm just going to fly through what we see in our industry here today. The first big mega trend I'd like to talk about is not a trend, it has become standard. We are all in a journey together to more sustainability in events, even though we do see right now there's a certain green hushing of our clients. Many clients do not communicate their activities in being green because it has become a standard. But just make sure that we all understand that it's not only just out there, it's still the basis of what we work, because we only have one world to take care of. And even if clients don't communicate these aspects as prominently than they did in the past years, it still exists. The next moment I'd like to talk about is agile event management, which has become key to many of us in the industry. Agile event management, we learned from the IT industries from the 80s, 90s, where projects were never completed because the time was changing so fast, has become the standard also of our industry to make impactful events happen. Talking about impactful events, we do see a trend to data-driven event management. Decisions in events will be taken by data and backed up by data, and not so much decisions just out of the pure making up decisions. Everything is being based on data. And there is, on the opposite end, while data is becoming more and more popular, there is another moment coming on that we're just looking into: mindful, focused event design. So everything that is creating the event totally data-less and making it more meaningful for everyone. I believe we will learn more about this in the years to come. And of course, I do know many of you are extremely excited about the metaverse as we are. The metaverse is out there coming, and I'm looking forward to heading to CES in Vegas early next year to find out about the newest tech that is coming out there and will help us outside. Now, artificial intelligence, this is not going to be a presentation if we're not featuring about artificial intelligence, but let's dive into this in a second. I'm absolutely sure that this is the most exciting year for events. And why is that? It's because most of the content you're seeing right now on social media is AI generated. Most of the content that we see even on my favorite platform, LinkedIn, is AI generated, over 50%. Then most of the stuff we see is not real. People are using filters like here on TikTok, and I just, a study came out 2 days ago showing that people even enjoy looking at other people through filters even more than seeing the real thing, which is disturbing. Then AI is glitching. For some strange reason, AI has issue with hands, necks, and other specific parts, especially in pictures and videos. And it's all about the goldfish. You remember the goldfish has an attention span of about, 7 to 9 seconds. But the attention span of the user of TikTok is down to 0.4 seconds. In 0.4 seconds, someone is deciding to watch a video or is just swapping to the next one. So this is why this is the most exciting year for events. Because you cannot fake events. And exactly what we're doing here today, coming together in person, meeting with, it's exciting to meet lots of my LinkedIn friends. That was the wrong century. So meeting most of my LinkedIn friends in person again is extremely exciting. And it's not just about us. It is actually that 3 in 4 millennials do rate experiences over stuff, which is actually an issue for the German automakers. I don't buy stuff and put it in my garage. I rather go and watch a concert. And it's just not Taylor Swift. It's people spend more in experiences than on things. And interestingly, Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT, even he says that in-person fantastic experiences are the future, even though he's making money off selling ChatGPT. And it's not just us that receive more RFPs every single day. Marketing budgets are being switched to live. While we at the same time see that overall global marketing budgets in Europe, in the US, it's actually getting better right now, but in Europe, marketing budgets are down almost between 5 and 7%, but the amount of money being switched from other means of communication into live event experiences is getting higher in the mix. And there are quite a few, and we will be publishing from the Rifle Institute a meta study showing all these figures together. So let's take a step back and see where are we at today in terms of data-driven event management. And if I believe many of you are familiar with the Gartner hype cycle, and when I was talking a year and a half ago about AI, we were just in the peak of inflated expectations. Now, after some disillusionment, we made it to the bottom, and we're getting into the really productivity level. So we really see what AI can help us with and how AI will change our industry forever. And this is not so easy because we have lots of AI tools coming out each and every day. And we put together a team of all our AI cracks at Fogdams and put them together in our Barcelona office. Honestly, I wanted them to come to our Wuppertal headquarters, but they said no and decided the weather is better in Barcelona. So they ended up at our Barcelona office. And we keep taking a look at lots of these AI tools, but it seems like we found lots of solutions to unclear problems. It seems like we found lots of hammers, but there are no nails out there. And I'm guilty of this as well, because I do love lots of cool AI stuff. And then I'm looking for the case I can somehow use this for. And this is what is totally changing now, that in all of it out there to really find the stuff that is actually helping on a day-to-day basis. And it's not only us having this issue, it's all global corporate companies. While they are actually going down in the use of AI, so AI use has been going down, but the development of new stuff is going up. So especially in Europe and very especially in Germany, we do focus on the risks and dangers of AI. So we have lots of issues that we focus upon. So this is why we decided at Fogdams, we focus on the chances and potentials. And this is why we came out with an digital index measuring method, a digital index measuring method where corporate event organizations or the event departments in corporations can check where are they at in a digital maturity level and decide upon how to implement stuff on there. And this is why AI, by the way, I see many of you taking pictures. You're welcome to text me afterwards, and I'm sending out the presentation. Should have said this earlier. AI, so now AI coming out is creating lots of more stuff, and all this more stuff leads to less differentiation. So the result is average. So we get lots of average stuff. And this is not surprisingly, because if you see where does the AI take their information from, because all these large language models, they do one thing. They look up in the web what has been published in the past, do try to see patterns, and then basically continue your query, what you prompt, what you put in there. So if you ask AI to come up with a new logo, AI will take a look at these logos and then create a logo for you. Only, and I guess many of you have noticed, these are not the logos how they look like right now, because logos today look all the same. And not only logos, also cars, modern cars look all the same. And not only modern cars, Airbnbs. If I look for an Airbnb here in Rome or in Munich or New York, they all look the same. And I'm a huge fan of specialty coffee. And the specialty coffee places I stop by, no matter if they're in Rome, New York or Paris, they all look the same. Even the streaming platforms, no matter which one you use, they all look the same. And even self-help books today all look the same. So we have actually entered an age of average. An age of average that we as experienced designers have to break through. And the solution to break out of this world of average is to be different, distinctive, and disruptive. But how do I be different, distinctive, and disruptive? while using AI at the same time, because I want to be using AI, because AI has been doing lots for the efficiency, has been doing lots for the speed, the scalability, and for the fun of it by the end of the day. And this is why we created a hamburger model. And this sounds extremely sophisticated, and I'm a lot of times surprised that this hamburger model now turns up in lots of articles on AI, but it's totally simple. The thing is that AI is only in the middle, and the bun of the hamburger is the human being, is the event managers around that prompt the AI and purely use it as a tool to have something created coming out and then go back into the process. And this hamburger model really makes it possible. I always like to compare it to taking pictures. I am able to take pictures with my phone, but a professional photographer will take pictures, even with my phone, that do look a lot better. Therefore, it's not about the tool, it's how you prompt it, how you use it, and how you make use of what's coming out of it and bringing it back in. And this is basically the hamburger model. So now, as promised, we will do, in the last few minutes, a short dive into finding the nails for all the solutions we found, seeing what are the problems that actually get solved with it. And I would like to share with you 23 top tools. Actually, I wanted to do 25, but I had to kill 2 of them looking into 2025. Now we're down to 23 top tools that we're using today and that do play a crucial role in events management already. And I'm starting with the workflow of events. The workflow of events, there of course are lots of tools, and I do believe many of you are already using Copilot. Who's using Copilot? Yeah. I can tell this is, you are already out there and very advanced. Copilot is the similar solution as ChatGPT. Actually, it is ChatGPT, licensed by Microsoft and implemented in the Microsoft workflow. And if you use your personal version, there are actually 2 versions of Copilot. If you use your personal version, it keeps learning with your stuff and your organizational data, and it's extremely powerful, and especially helps me writing emails so I get proper English in that. Make AI is another solution that is extremely helping in automating moments. And AI in the combination with automation is extremely powerful. For example, you have the task, we are doing for one client almost 1,000 events each and every year, but how do you, now the client comes up with a question, for example, the question, can you tell us how many of the keynote speakers on stage for the last 10 years have been female and how many have been male? And all of you know this issue. If you've been not collecting this data, of course, you can put 3 people to it that goes through tenth of thousands of programs for 3 weeks, but this has a disadvantage because first thing, someone has to pay for it, and the second thing is these people will be quitting their jobs afterwards. If you are an event manager and you're forced to go through programs for 3 weeks, then you look for a different agency to work for. This is what Make AI is helping you with. You can link different tools, and you are able to really have, as an example, integrate ChatGPT and find solutions there. Spark AI is a solution created by PCMA and is an all-in-one solution for corporations. Is it the best of all of it? No. Do I like it especially? No, I don't. But it has clear focus on being run through the security checks of IT departments very easily. And this really helps to get it working at companies. Cvent as being the global player in our industry, which I just learned in the last years. And yes, we are a partner of Cvent. Cvent has been valued at 4.6 billion US dollars when taking off the stock market by BlackRock. It's an amazingly large company, so keep a lookout of the AI tools in the entire Cvent system that are coming there. Rewind is a program. This is here now focused on a Mac in an example, but Rewind, Microsoft came up with the same solution, and I always have to look it up. It's called Microsoft Recall, but I had, which is basically doing one thing. It's recording everything you do on your computer. And when you come up with this question, I just watched this online thing and discussed with someone on WhatsApp, what was this about last week? And someone showed me a photo, show me this picture again. It's a bit scary because it's recording all the stuff, so therefore Microsoft recalled their recall function in the new Microsoft suite, but it's so impressive. And I met a company, a startup from Florida last week in London that came up with Backtrack. Amazing tool. It is just basically you keep your phone on and your phone is recording your entire day. And the second you scan someone's badge, business card, or just mention the name, it is linking the conversation to the name. And this is amazing. It automatically links your LinkedIn profile and when you discuss stuff, what you're following up with and stuff. It's amazing. Okay, they have some issues with the GDPR compliance and people kind of, also they forgot to ask me if I'm okay with recording this in the beginning of our conversation, but the outcome is amazing. And if we find a solution to this, I believe it's gonna be amazing. Now, the next thing is merging sustainability events and AI. And there's one solution to cut the CO2 output of events, and that's very simple, because 80% of large-scale event CO2 emissions are coming from travel to and from the event. So now, what is the solution is pretty easy. You pick and choose your destination optimized on the CO2 output of the travel to and there. And therefore we came up with a tool that's very simple. You just upload where your guests are coming from, and the tool is giving you the optimal destination to go to in terms of CO2. And then a lot of times it's Frankfurt and the client tells me, we've been to Frankfurt, let's go to Vienna or Rome. But at least you have the solution here to calculate what's the optimal decision to do so. Another thing I just learned from Sjoerd last week at Next Live is that in the Netherlands, more than 50% of all catering at events is going into food waste. So 50% of everything that is stacked up on buffets and lunch tables and everything goes to waste after the events. And I believe probably in Germany it's even worse. Only there are figures in it. So cutting down on food waste is an extreme opportunity, and there are quite a few AI startups looking into that, helping also for food and beverages, for restaurants to really predict what to buy and what to bring down in these parts. And this is where I believe we'll see a lot in the future. We've just done a festival in Germany with 50,000 attendees where this came in extremely helpful. And for next year, we do believe we even have better data to continue cutting down on food waste. Claude.com is also an idea. If you cannot code but would love to code, like me, then it's extremely helpful for easy coding projects. Check it out. We are using it quite often. Perplexity. I believe many of you are already using Perplexity, even though ChatGPT also has these features right now, but Perplexity is closer to Google, to just Googling stuff, because it actually gives you the sources. ChatGPT is doing it as well, but ChatGPT is more in creating new text. Perplexity is closer in actually Googling stuff, and therefore a day-to-day basis. And I'm always surprised by the features of ChatGPT. We just celebrated 20 years of Fokdams in China, and usually my issue is buying stuff in China. I love green tea drinks. Only if I'm in front of these coolers, I can never decide to choose which one, and you can make a lot of mistakes, stuff that is like undrinkably sweet or so, but you just load up the video to ChatGPT and it tells you which bottle, and I chose number 4, and it was delicious. Okay, it takes out all the fun in shopping in China, but it's extremely helpful in parts. Then we do see, especially in China, more and more real kind of living robots coming out and being integrated in events. Honestly, we only integrate them on showcase stuff up on stage, and from the money that goes into creating a robot that actually acts and moves like a person is extremely expensive. So therefore, for showcasing it up on stage, it works right now. I don't think these robots will definitely take over major parts of the event management role. Moving on to content. In content creation, of course, there's lots of opportunities. You're familiar with Sora from OpenAI. The creation of video content just by a prompt is amazing. The hottest one right now is Kling. Kling is a Chinese solution, but open available also from Europe, so check it out. Kling is creating, as of today, I believe the most amazing video content in these parts. Opus Clips is one solution if you are looking to cut down talking head content like I'm doing right now, and you just want to have the best short form video out of this. So these 30-second YouTube or TikTok reels, Opus Clips is doing this for you. And if you have the issue like I do, that I'm very bad in cutting videos and editing videos, but Descript is basically giving you a text-based editor that you, first you can remove all these A's and M's and all this part, but you can just cut the video by editing kind of a Word document. And even if you make a mistake, like you said something totally wrong, then you just change it, and the video is pretending you're saying something totally different. And this is, interestingly, it's if you don't know which word has been changed, hardly anyone is noticing it. Amazing. Sounds are another options. With Zuno, you can create your corporate song in a matter of seconds.
In Rome's embrace, be a world's delight, where creativity and business unite. An event of legends, stories we weave, bringing magic to life, dreams we believe. Oh, the power of the eye, shining so bright, elevating events with new insight. From data steps to strategies clear, transforming moments we all hope.
Okay, I kill it here, but I'm not sure. Thank you. I've never got applause for something I didn't even sing, but believe me, you don't want to hear me singing in person. So, but also on the personal experience, it's extremely one thing, and there are lots of companies now providing a photo AI. Because which photo of an event do you like most as an attendee? The photos showing you. And the idea is pretty simple. all the pictures taken at the event are uploaded in real time into the cloud. Then you just get a link, you do a selfie of yourself, and it's giving you all the pictures of your, all the pictures where you are in the picture. This is actually, we actually sell this for almost every event we're doing right now, because it's so simply convenient and nice for people to use so. Of course, there are AI stations. Here as an example, you all know the photo booth that people want to take pictures. Now you can combine it with weird AI tools, or you combine here as an example at the Beijing Auto Show we just did, where you can create your new event, your new show car of the future. Or let's call it here Plenum AI, and I know Henry is in the room, and after lunch you will experience this in person. The idea of bringing AI into the plenary session. So this is super exciting, so stay tuned for this after lunch. So I'm just gonna click over it here, but this is extremely impressive on how to upgrade keynote speeches with AI. Now, if we're in the guest interaction, there's lots of stuff happening in the AI field. Especially in Germany, people are still like AI telephone hotlines, because even though you provide all the information, especially Germans, and I can tell because I'm German, they like to call up a hotline and just ask questions that could be easily Googled on the microsite of the event.
What is the dress code? What am I supposed to be wearing?
The dress code for the Christmas party is casual chic. We recommend that you dress appropriately and feel free to wear the colors red, black, or white. We are excited to see which color will be the most popular.
Interestingly, this is actually fun. If you call it, I was just on a long car ride and was bored, so I called up this hotline and asked weird questions like, am I gonna allowed to bring my personal rabbit to the event and stuff? And it's amazingly how clever the answers are, even though they have not been briefed in the beginning. The next level, of course, is that you have a digital assistant helping you in a chat process here, like Judy we created Deutsche Telekom as an example. Then captions. I'm not sure if you're familiar with probably more than 50% of people have an issue of listening to audio in events. So therefore, in lots of events, we just, even in the live event, we add captions. The next one is, of course, translation. And translation is getting extremely better.
Tous, je crois, avez fait comme nous, en regardant tous ces nouveaux outils, mirando todas estas nuevas herramientas increíbles que están saliendo en Internet, che se pueden usar para la IA en todo tipo di cose divertenti. Ed è fantastico. Tutti questi strumenti sono disponibili e devo ammettere che mi sto entusiasmando troppo con i nuovi strumenti.
Okay, honestly, I don't speak any of your languages, but I hope it was halfway okay. And it's surprisingly better a lot of times. We did it in China now, and even our Chinese team feels like I can speak Chinese now, at least in online conferences with the help of AI. But even better, you just get someone professional to take care of your presentation.
All of you, I believe, have been doing like we've been doing, looking at all these new amazing tools coming out there on the internet that can be used for AI in all kinds of fun.
And I just cut over it because she's doing a far better job than I am. And so basically you just take myself out of the picture and integrate it. So now we're coming to an end, and I'd like to close with the idea of the campfire gene in all of us. Because now I've shown, and maybe you can tell that I'm totally excited about the opportunities of AI and everything it's bringing to us. But by the end of the day, and therefore I can applaud each and every one of you. You've chosen the right industry to be in, because by the end of the day, it's all about this campfire gene that has been in us for since the beginning of mankind and drives us back to the campfire to really experience live and in-person events. And this is why I promised you this is the most exciting year for events, except for all the years to come. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Colja, for your inspiring speech. The most important characteristic that is yours, Colja, is that you share your knowledge with the community. You don't keep for yourself, but you always share with them. So, thank you again. A couple of minutes, and we will be back. Thank you.